Hello and welcome to another one of my films. This is more going to be about documenting an event. I'm in Parkgate, which is on the Wirral, which is in Cheshire. Before anyone asks, basically Merseyside starts about a mile or so up the coast. But anyway, seriously, what's going to happen today is incredibly rarely the tide comes right in to the shore here. Now what this means is that there's a lot of wildlife out in the reed beds out here, as you can see. So what happens is the tide actually pushes the smaller rodents and animals, etc., towards the shore, and basically what that attracts is a lot of birds of prey. So it should be in about an hour, and I'm just going to sort of document this today. Just a quick pointer, just off the parade here, you'll see the lovely little church of St Thomas, and just to the left of that there are some loos, unisex loos, and they're clean and well looked after. Just a little pointer. So we're just heading towards the old baths now, which is basically at the western end of the promenade, and it's probably the place where you'll get most of the bird watchers. The RSPB will turn up as well on some of the high tides, so just check their website and put in Parkgate high tide watches. One funny thing around here is everyone tends to walk on the edge of the old quay, and you can see how worn it is. Just having a look back over the village, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this did used to actually be a port until about the end of the 19th century or so, and then the River Dee basically moved its course and it went over to the opposite side of this Dee estuary, and this basically started to silt up. Hence why we've got the reed beds that we do, but they are such an amazing natural resource for wildlife, which is why you do get all the rarities. So at the western end of the parade here, there is the old Bass parking, a lovely pub called the Boathouse, which actually has a sort of a terrace that goes out into the bay. So we're just going to head straight ahead down here. Here we are, the old Bass car park, and do beware, they do actually shut the gates. Normally it is about dusk as a yardstick, but yes, they do shut the gate. Car park packed as expected, so do get here early. Now this is a good vantage point just above the Bass. I don't have a brilliant zoom, you're not going to be seeing massive close-ups of things. Yeah, I'm just trying to show what happens and then you come along and enjoy it. But absolutely, you can just see there is encroachment by the tide, and I reckon we've got about another half hour. Okay, straight ahead the tide is really encroaching now. There is a marsh harrier flying around as well, but still probably about another 20 minutes. Just a picture straight ahead here, just so we can see the progress. So any tide at 9.5 metres or above will encroach onto the reed bed, and today's is 9.8. Now it does help sometimes if there's a wind behind. It's incredibly still today, but you can already sense there's agitation at the edge of the reed bed. There's a lot of movement at present. I know this isn't brilliant, but hopefully just looking ahead over there you can see that there's been quite an encroachment. I've also just spotted a bird called a kestrel, which is quite useful because you can see it's hovering around about where the tide is. So at the moment it's about 200 metres away from us. Right, a good view now. Yeah, the whole tide in the last 20 minutes has encroached a lot more, so this is at the high point now. Right, so the tide appears to have come around about 100 metres towards the shore, so it's not come as high as it has done in the past. But having said that, amazing. I mean, I've seen 3 marsh harrier, little egrets, kestrel, buzzard, absolutely wonderful. So it's just a nice place to be. That's the best way of saying it. It's been absolutely lovely. It's just such a lovely space, isn't it? Yeah, you can really see here. It's still encroaching actually. So I'm just going to go back down the parade, just more towards the centre of Parkgate. Here we go. Just what a lovely spectacle. It's completely flooded. Not too far from the shore here. Right, just a quick look now as to how much the tide has actually come up to the main parade at Parkgate. So it's been pushing all the wildlife towards us. So yeah, I know it's not like a big Hollywood blockbuster here, a big tidal wave like I've done before, but yeah, it's a wonderful wildlife spectacle. Right, thanks very much for watching. Sorry that it couldn't be full of beautiful wildlife noises and things like that, but it is that blooming busy here. I can't overemphasise. But all I can say is it's a spectacle well worth coming to see. So thanks very much for watching the high tide with me at Parkgate.